The best leaders don't just lead, they adapt. If you're struggling with team performance, your leadership style might need a shift. In early childhood education, no two teams, no 2 days, no two employees are the same. You have new staff that are learning the ropes, and then you have seasoned teachers that are set in their ways, and the daily unpredictability of working with children and families, right? So if you're leading everyone in the same way, you're missing opportunities to bring out their best and even your best. Successful leadership isn't about being one type of leader all the time. It's about knowing when to step in, when to step back, and how to adjust based on the needs of your team. So what I want to do is talk to you about some different leadership styles so that you can develop an approach that works best for you. I want to introduce you to 3 different types here so that you can maximize team effectiveness. First off is the coaching leader. This is a style that you're going to use for teams or employees that need growth. So think about it this way. You have a new teacher who's struggling with classroom management. Now, instead of you just stepping in and taking over, what you want to do is you want to guide them by asking things like, what strategies have you tried? And what support do you feel like would help you? What types of resources might you need? When you are coaching from that perspective, what you're doing is you're building confidence and skill rather than dependence on you. The next style is the directive leader. Now, this is for teams and employees that need clarity, and you don't want to give them much room. So in this scenario, your team is maybe facing a compliance audit and there's no room for error. So then you need to have clarity, you need to set your expectations, and you need to provide step-by-step guidance. This is when you're going to be firm, you're going to be decisive because you need to make sure that things remain on track. Last but certainly not least is the empowering leader. And this style is more for teams that need to have more ownership. So this is for your seasoned staff members who already know what they're doing, but maybe they're a little disengaged and disconnected. Instead of micromanaging them, you need to empower them. Give them an opportunity to give input on decisions. You want to trust them to innovate, and you want to give them a little bit more sense of ownership, because when people have buy-in and ownership, they tend to perform better. The strongest leaders know how to adjust their approach and flex between different styles. You want to coach when growth is needed. You want to provide clear direction when clarity is key. And you want to empower when you can really trust your team. Now, I worked with a director recently who was very frustrated with her staff. They lacked initiative. The morale was low, and she felt like she had to do everything by herself, like everything was on her shoulders. But we took a step back and we assessed her leadership style. And what we realized is that she was a little bit too directive, and she was micromanaging even her most experienced staff. What we did is we helped her to shift more into an empowering leadership style and gave her team more ownership over decision making. And you know what happened? She had higher engagement, less turnover, happier staff, and a team that ran smoothly without her having to step in all the time. She found out they didn't need her as much as she thought that they did. If you want leadership that works, then you need to adapt. So visit me at www.drkeena.com for some strategies to refine your leadership style and to maximize your team's success. Great leaders aren't rigid, they're responsive. So keep leading, keep growing, keep building momentum, and most importantly, lead in a way that brings out the absolute best in your team.